French République is a democratic country based on popular representation through elected representatives, the separation of powers and pluralism. ASSEDEL is concerned about the consequences for French democracy of the government's excessive use of Article 49 paragraph 3 of the Constitution. In this sense, ASSEDEL shared its own analysis of the issues concerning this mechanism and submitted a report to the Venice Commission. The Commission has confirmed in its opinion that it receives our observations. The report is enlightening main issues such as the combination of this article with other mechanism of rationalized parliamentarism, its inconsistency with the Article 6 of the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen of 1789, the importance to notice the distinction between constitutionality of a procedure and its democratic legitimacy, and finally, the weakness of the motion of censure. Article 49 paragraph 3 of the French Constitution allows the government to pass a bill without a vote in the National Assembly, thereby engaging its responsibility. This mechanism was introduced in response to the instability of the Fourth Republic, weakening the powers of the legislature and strengthening those of the executive. The use of Article 49 paragraph 3 has fueled debate in politics, the media, and the general public. Elizabeth Bourne's government has brought it back into the political and media spotlight, using it 11 times on equally controversial texts such as the pension reform. On the 7th of June, the Commission received some observations from ASSEDEL. In its report for the Venice Commission, ASSEDEL identifies 4 major problems associated with the use of this mechanism. 1. The government has chosen to push through its pension reform using several tools that weaken parliamentary power. Article 49 has been combined with Article 47(1), which imposes a time limit on the examination of the law by both chambers. Article 38, which limits debate to 2 speakers. And finally, Article 44, which restricts the vote to amendments adopted by the government. This combination is even more detrimental to democratic debate, as it prevents parliamentarians from expressing themselves properly. 2. If parliamentarians cannot express themselves properly, they cannot fulfill their role of representing the voice of citizens. Article 6 of the DDHC states that the law is the expression of the general will. All citizens have the right to participate, personally or through their representatives, in its formation. If the government does not agree to listen to the members of parliament through the vote, or to the population through demonstrations, this fundamental right is no longer guaranteed. 3. The Constitutional Council has ruled on the constitutionality of the procedure adopted to pass this reform and has declared it compliant. We would like to point out that a measure may be constitutional and problematic in terms of rights and freedoms, so the Council's decision should not lead us to abandon our reflections on the democratic legitimacy of a reform adopted through the use of Article 49. 4. The Constitution sets out strict conditions of admissibility for the adoption of a motion of censure. These conditions seem to be favorable to the executive and therefore unfavorable to its adoption. Furthermore, in our submission, we point out that the motion allows the vote to be shifted from the subject of reform to the maintenance of the government in office. Finally, even though the motion of censure, MPs cannot take a position on the bill subject to Article 49.